Yo, hi everyone. It's your Pasay Baller again, discussing another game for the January 4 game day of our NBA. I'm gonna be giving my predictions and my suggestions on where to place the bets on the NBA. Now we would be discussing the game between Toronto Raptors and Boston Celtics. Let's go through their standings first. Boston Celtics is currently at number 6 of the East. They have a record of 4 wins and 3 losses. While the Toronto Raptors is actually somewhere in the 14th spot with 1 win and 4 losses. Um, yeah, kind of a bit surprising, right, for Toronto Raptors with that kind of performance. 1 win and 4 losses, man. The game tomorrow um, will be in Toronto Raptors' home, but it's not gonna be in Toronto if you know what I'm saying. They're actually using a gym somewhere in Tampa, uh, and that's where the home of Toronto is. I guess that's in Tampa. I may be wrong, but yeah, they're not allowed to go home to Toronto due to some protocols and all that. So there, but in essence, it is Toronto's home court. All right, so who is gonna win on this? Um, I can remember the series that these two just had last bubble. I was actually rooting for Toronto to win. I was wanting Toronto to win, but we all know that Boston won that series. Um, and on this game, honestly, I want Toronto to win. Between the two, I root more for Toronto instead of Boston. But if I would be asked as to who I think would win on this match, it's kind of hard to believe that it'll beat Toronto. It's not impossible, but considering the record of both teams, as I mentioned earlier, Toronto Raptors only has 1 win. They got 1 win, and the only win that they had was against the New York Knicks. And the New York Knicks on that game missed 26 3-point shots. Now, if not for the poor shooting of New York Knicks, who knows? Maybe Toronto Raptors is at 0-5 right now. I mean, right? They lost against Philadelphia. They lost against New Orleans. They lost against San Antonio. Man, yeah, they actually lost twice against New Orleans. Um, Now they're going up against Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics is at 4 wins, 3 losses. I know they could have had a better record, but 4-3 is way better than 1-4. They just won. Boston Celtics just won tonight. They defeated the Detroit Pistons by 2 points. So that could be a factor. Fatigue could be a factor for Boston, especially that was a close game. But yeah, for some reason, I'm not actually leaning towards Toronto to win on this. But just to be safe, perhaps we can just use the spread on this. The spread is actually Boston +3 and Toronto Raptors -3. Also, I'm checking on the injuries right now. Jeff Teague is on day to day for Boston. Langford, Kemba Walker, and Javante Green are all out for the Celtics. While for the Toronto Raptors, the only one who's out is Patrick McCaw. Um, so yeah, maybe and just maybe in terms of the roster and in terms of fatigue, Toronto would have the edge. But I'm leaning towards Boston Celtics because we see that even though Boston doesn't seem to be the usual Boston Celtics that they are in terms of controlling the game and all that, they seem to be able to recover and finish games the way they should be. Just like earlier, I thought that Detroit would actually win that game, but the clutch is still there. Tatum, we all. I could still remember Boston Celtics versus Milwaukee Bucks, their first game. Tatum hitting that shot. So towards the end, Boston would still be Boston. So I'm gonna be leaning towards Boston on this. But again, just to be a bit safer, I'm gonna pick Boston +3, and I would suggest for you guys to veer away from the money line. Instead, pick Boston Celtics +3 on this match. Okay. All right. Now, if you haven't subscribed on our channel yet, please do. And also, please click on the bell button below. It would actually give you notification soon as there would be a new video or a new prediction is uploaded on this channel. Also, we have a Facebook page. On the YouTube channel that we have, somewhere in the upper right, there's a Facebook button right there. It says message me. Just click on that. It will bring you to the Facebook page. Just follow and like that page. It will allow you to send me messages via Messenger. That way you can send me questions and anything under the sun regarding basketball, regarding NBA. And I promise that as soon as I am available, I'm gonna hit you back. Okay? Again, thank you for those who are supporting. Enjoy basketball and then manage betting. Peace out, pass I love, and God bless.